Forest provides ecological services, contributes to the regulation of global cycles, and helps in minimizing climate change. Forests in the tropics further decline and degrade despite its role in the environment. A total of 2.3 million kilometers squared were lost, while 0.8 million kilometers squared of forests were gained globally from year 2000 to 2012. Other datasets showed about 0.5 million square kilometers were lost as estimated by the Global Forest Resources Assessment 2010 of United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization from 2000 to 2010. The Philippines lost 50% of its natural tropical forest cover in the last century. 27 million hectares of forest existed in 1521. Due to population growth and economic development, forests tend to be wiped. Agriculture and logging are also reasons for deforestation in Southeast Asia. Forest loss is also triggered because of rapid population growth in agricultural regions. Our objectives is to analyze and to quantitatively measure the forest dynamics of the Philippines, the forest loss, forest gain, and forest net change in the provincial level and per forest type. Also, to evaluate the accuracy of estimated forest loss and gain. In results and discussion, we will tackle the whole country results, forest loss, forest gain, forest net change, per forest cover type results, and the accuracy of assessment. This is a whole country results. The photo shows the nationwide annual forest cover loss from 2001 to 2012. It implies an increasing trend with 261.29 hectares per year, with a moderate positive correlation of 0.51 at p-value less than 0.10. The values could be underestimated because of the condition of having all forest vectors intersecting. It was done to ensure that the pixels that were analyzed had a certainty of representing the baseline of year 2000. The significant increase in trends of forest loss was observed from 2001 up to 2007 with a slope of 847.26 hectare per year. In 2008 and 2012, there was a considerable decline of trends with a slope of 79.76 hectare per year. According to Republic of the Philippines Official Gazette, this was due to the declaration of Executive Order No. 23 in 2011, the moratorium declaration on the cutting and harvesting of timber on natural and residual forests. However, there was an increase in trend after the year of implementation of the Executive Order, with a total forest loss of 53,620.20 hectares, although it is a conservative estimate since all forest vectors were used. Surigao del Norte and Sur had the highest annual forest cover losses from 2001 to 2012, with p-value less than 0.05 and slopes of 3.06 hectare per year and 0.42 hectare per year. This is due to increasing deforestation attributed from timber harvesting in Surigao provinces because it is legally allowed. A graph showing the Philippine annual roundwood production and the forest cover loss versus annual roundwood production. As shown, the Philippine roundwood production had a significant increase in trend with 0.71 and a p-value of 0.05. The increase in roundwood production is associated with the nationwide annual forest cover loss with a positive moderate correlation of 0.63 at p-value less than 0.05. Therefore, the forest losses are associated with timber harvesting, like legal logging in tenured areas, and logs from illegal sources cannot be considered as roundwood production data. The data processed by using Landsat primarily shows forest losses from all provinces. However, there were also cases of forest gains. In determining whether there is a positive or negative change, forest loss was detected from forest gain. Negative values signifies great rate of deforestation compared to forest regeneration. In forest net change, this is the top 5 provinces in terms of negative net change. As shown from the table, provinces with large net changes are the ones that also contain high forest cover in the year 2000. This is due to the fact that the provinces listed above are home to contiguous and forested mountain ranges, like the Cordillera Mountain Range from Apayao, Palawan's Mountains, and the Sierra Madre Mountain Range, which is in Isabela and Cagayan. This suggests that provinces with vast forests also exhibit a high probability of reducing or losing their forest cover. If no immediate action is done, there is a possibility that these patterns will continue to rise in the future. In per forest cover type results, a comprehensive analysis of forest cover dynamics requires the examination of various forest cover types. In this study, there's only 3 forest cover types that will be examined, namely open, closed, and mangrove. Following the classification of United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, Namria forests are divided into closed, open, and mangrove. However, in ESSC, the only classified into open and closed is the broadleaf type of forest. Mostly of forest losses occurred in secondary type or the open forest. Open forests are the most dynamic when it comes to losses because of its large coverage and accessibility. Also because the trees are smaller, it is often threatened by kaingin and other types of upland farming. In open forest type, Agusan del Sur has the most loss with 102.55 to 104.28 hectare per year. For the reason that these provinces have a large scale of activities that affect the forest, most probably mining and timber harvesting in the north area, Surigao del Norte and Surigao del Sur had the highest positive trend in the closed forest. In mangrove forest type, positive trends were found in the province of Isabela, Bohol, Lanao del Sur, Surigao del Norte, and Eastern Samar. Compared to open and closed forest types, mangrove loss slope are smaller, but this does not mean in reducing the importance of addressing this forest type. When it comes to accuracy assessment, from the 4 biogeographic zones of the Philippines, there was a total of 640 that were examined, namely Greater Luzon, Greater Palawan Mindoro, Greater Negros Panay, and Greater Mindanao. Forest vectors were used for the accuracy assessment process by the Landsat process data. Confusion matrices ranges from 80 to 90+%, which means high confidence for the Landsat process data. However, it seems that the accuracy level of gain is much higher than the loss. The loss user's accuracy is 67.32%, is lower than the gain with 76.27%. While overall accuracy for the lost pixels is 86.48% and 92.26% for gain. The Landsat data process can still be used. We concluded on top of it all, it was discovered that there was significant increase in the trend of forest cover loss since the start of study period with at least 261.29 hectare per year of forest loss slope. It is mostly from Mindanao that had negative aggregate net charge, with the highest of negative 11.30% from Zamboanga Sibugay. In assessing forest cover changes per forest type, it implies the proximate cause of deforestation and its time that might be present on a specific forest type and province. Provinces of Surigao were also listed with significant increase in forest loss and closed forests. Davao Oriental, Agusan del Sur, and Tarlac also showed such trend in forest type. On the other hand, a significant decrease in pattern of mangrove forest loss was found in Guimaras and Agusan del Norte. Although there was also a significant decreased trend in Bohol and other provinces, the assessment showed accuracy and a medium to high reliability depending on where the provinces are located or the biogeographic regions.